Right then, 30th of July 2024. Out and about again today. Never stops, does it? Crystal, I don't know if your messenger's working, because like I sent you a message. I'll be back later if you want to give me a call. I'll let you know when I'm back. So, the night Chicago died, I looked it up because it sounded familiar, and it should do because it's paper lace. Do you remember when we did Billy Don't Be a Hero? So, I can't remember which one that is. I think it might be, I don't think it's Faye, I think it's the other one. So today is the Empress Taurus card, Venus. So paper lace suggests the doilies, doesn't it? Do you remember them paper doilies what we used to at parties? Pluto, the unknown, Sagittarius, and 12th house of martyrs and victims. So paper lace, the night Chicago died. So Chicago, windy city. So maybe we're going to have some high winds. But we'll see. The Empress is the mother energy. So if you've got a mum in spirit, especially this could be a message for you. Pregnancy, abundance, growth in the upright. In the reverse, it's stagnation. Nothing can grow in barren lands, including crops, because she rules crops and farmers. So hopefully we'll have her in the upright. Otherwise, it's arguments. The female, more than anything else. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. The present, because the maiden, the mother and the crown, the mother is the present energy. Living in the now. So the Empress card is shared by those who were born on the 3rd and the 30th. So we only have 22 major arcana cards, so some of them have to double up. There she is. In the 3rd spot, so we've already got 3s mentioned. It looks like it's in the negative, so that's a shame. So arguments then. Stagnation. Nothing can grow in barren lands. The military, May the 31st, November the 11th, and Memorial Day. And then Poppy, which is funny because I've had a message off Poppy today. Reproductive organs, shared resources, negative energy, depression, Scorpio, 21st of October, 21st of November. Somebody not in charge of their emotions. Female who's drained. A new team is required at work, at the home. The foundation stone needs to be placed to make this situation stronger. So it looks like opening a new business, ending study, laying foundations for a better future. Again, someone in uniform, possibly with darker complexion, maybe even children. The beginning steps of financial recovery. The postman, child maintenance, the checks in the mail, a gift, a package, a letter, an email, a message that grounds you. The 1111 gateways blocked. Don't stand in the doorway, you're blocking the traffic. There's no fire in the hearth, no food on the table, and no welcome at the door. Maybe a celebration that's called off or a wedding. Somebody is too materialistic, or there are health issues with the reproductive organ shared resources especially, or the abdomen and the intestines. This could be an issue hung over from the lockdowns. There's 2 people born in the year of the dog and 2 snakes, or 2 dogs and 2 snakes if you have them as pets. This is not listening to spirit, this is following the wrong path. You have to make the right choice for you. 24, 6, Adam, Eve, Lily, the snake again, the apple tree, which is Gemini, Cancer, Cuspa. Make the right decision. Come out of that mental prison you've made for yourself of overthinking. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Stand up. Those swords cannot harm you. There's nobody there to use them. That rope is not tied and neither is the blindfold. So stand up, see things clearly, and stop overthinking it, which is Virgo energy. Analysis paralysis, overthinking. There is a chance here of a new team, a new foundation, a new union, children, siblings, twins, but above all, communication is needed. Get grounded, get your feet on the ground without shoes, and start being practical, logical. Put the effort in, and maybe somebody has got a tattoo for mum, in memory of mum. Somebody burning a candle at both ends, or working their Playmates Jack Doll Boy, so the name Jack could be important. So remember to have a good work-life balance. Somebody remember keep communicating late at night. There we have it again. A passing, a betrayal, stabbed in the back. And I would just like to say how sad I am for all the little babies that died in the stabbing in England. It seems to be a daily occurrence now, and they saw it coming. I would never have imagined anything like that. Right down to the name of the street, which was Heart. They've been going on about the heart for ages. It's a very, very sad time for England. 10 weeks. We will recover from this. We will heal. This is a toxic situation where financial greed or success is more important to some than anything else. Capricorn energy, we are being used. This is toxic. Number 15, massively important, negative energy. We are shackled by contracts made under duress, trying to keep up with the Joneses, enslaved at the gates of hell. So we must finish what we started, not act in haste, or you'll repent at leisure, but have the passion and the impetus to move forwards, take action. Fear is what's holding people back. Fear of the unknown, which is Pluto. Fear of not knowing what's going to happen. Now we've got Richard in there. Putting things off until tomorrow that need to be done today will not help. 22. We are creating a new life, be that as the conception of a child, the conception of a business, or an idea. 1 month, a gift from Spirit. We are now seeing clearly, and we have found out what's been done behind our backs. We can see the bigger picture if we stop overthinking. It's obvious. But what Spirit is saying is miracles can happen. A hero enters the building. 1 in 28. The magician. Someone that has many things to many people. Someone that possibly collects hats. Or someone that works with blades, discs, cups or wood. Can be anything from a hairdresser to a surgeon. A lumberjack to a joiner. A cashier to anyone that works with a circular saw. A barista to someone that works with massive vats of liquid. This person can perform miracles, but this person may be you, and all that's needed is that you think positively and let your words and thoughts be positive. Do not give in to the negativity. 1 in 28. What you believe can happen will happen. Hands, arms, shoulders, Gemini energy all over this. Got the Sagittarius in the dice and in the cards. We've got the playwrights, the musicians, the poets, the sensitive people. There is heartache and much of it today. Sorrow and loss. And we said the children would suffer, didn't we? The children are our future. It's as simple as that. And we must protect them at all costs. There is a lot of confusion. Separations. Some of them temporary, some of them permanent. We are being controlled. It's as simple as that. For at least 4 years, if not longer. And they do not want to let go. The toxic situation, whatever this is. They are holding on with their fingertips until it bleeds to something that is past its sell-by date. Yeah. There is a hole in the pit of our stomachs. We are feeling the loss. We are feeling the lack. Physically, emotionally, financially. That hole will never be filled. Feeling lonely in a room full of people, feeling half erased. Change needs to take place. We have to stop working for others to feed their greed. We have to stop burning the candle at both ends and take care of our own. 8 years is mentioned. The nightmare can be over if we take action. 9 weeks. And we move on from stormy waters to calm ones, 6 weeks. Travel across water, moving on from the storms to calm waters. We need to move forward, and that may mean leaving some behind, including this Capricorn energy, the failed businessman, the man in uniform, the cuckoo in the nest, the one of the darker complexion, he was once a good friend, now a dangerous enemy. The Capricorn energy, the 15, selling our souls to the devil. It's toxic. We need to come home to who we truly are. A homecoming. Wounded, yes, maybe, but we're not dead yet. Live in the now, fight for the future. So, not a happy day today. We've had soldiers stabbed, we've had babies stabbed, we've had women stabbed. It's an evil place, this world, and we are allowing it to be. Sorry, but that's exactly what it is. Those will go on trial, possibly Supreme Court. The All-Father Odin Wednesday. We have prisoners. We have martyrs. Those who do things not out of the goodness of the heart, but in the hopes of what it will bring them. Hanging themselves out to dry. It is not a good energy. It is Feo, it's the first rune, it is the mother, it is Venus, it is Taurus, exactly as we have in the cards. So, the first charm I know is unknown to kings or any mankind. Help is not named for help it can give in hours of sorrow and anguish. Thank you, Spirit. The letter F. This is the first rune of the 8, so it is associated with beginnings, but more importantly with property, reputation and status and wealth. So there's the new beginnings, and there's what everybody's concerned with, property, status and wealth, which the ancients measured with possessions of abundant herds of cattle. This rune is considered to be feminine and maternal. According to the sagas of Iceland, the first living creature was a cow called Ordhumla. This cosmic animal was born with a union of fire and ice that predated the creation of the 9 worlds, coming into existence in an environment barren of nourishment, and that is where we are. In barren lands, there is nothing good here. Ordhumla licked a great block of ice and thus freed the giant Ymir, who either lay within or was shaped by the actions of the great cow's tongue. Ymir became the ancestor of the gods, humans and later the race of giants, all of whom existed because Ordhumla, and who continued to be nurtured by her as are calves by their mothers. The belief in Ordumna as the precursor of all that lives harks back to remote times when the mother goddess was usually personified as a totem animal. In Greece, for example, Athena was imaged as an owl. And we know, don't we, because we've got it written down, that the owl in the Native American totem symbols is Sagittarius. So there we go again. Sagittarius in the dice, Sagittarius in the cardinal, Sagittarius in the runes. It's also directly related to Adumna's Vanir descendants, the children. Well done, Spirit. The peace-loving Freyr and the amorous Freya, each of whom have associations with wealth and fertility. So I'm not going to even bother reading the upright because she is in the reverse. We know that it's inverted. This is a reversal of fortune resulting in the loss of something valuable. The association of Freya with wealth and property suggests that this loss will be involved a material possession, perhaps the loss of a home. But it may equally relate to the departure of a loved one. There it is. Possibly a mother. Or a close friend. However, since the basic nature of Freya is the nurturing, the loss will be made up in time. I don't see that. But we will learn to live with it. Tradition also states that Freya's inverted may refer to problems with conception or fertility in general. So, take care of your babies, everybody, please. 12th house. Reintegration of the prisoners that they are letting out, possibly. The feet and toes. Prisons, institutions, the colour green. There is a karmic return. Family secrets, hidden enemies, reconnections, confinement, reparation is needed, sacrifice, surrender, institutions, the collective unconsciousness, the things we are unaware of. This is the house of secrets. It offers an opportunity for the soul to reconnect to the whole, to bring into the light of consciousness that which was previously obscured. It is where the task of reintegration is completed, the boundary of individuality is relinquished and the self surrendered back to the collective whole. Surrender back into the whole may be voluntary or involuntary. In this case, it will be involuntary. This is also the house of institutions, madness, disintegration, of deception and illusions, and of family secrets. The way may be lost, and blaring will occur. Psyche does not know who or where it is. If the soul has not yet established a strong sense of self-identity, there is nothing to surrender except your delusions, and these may take over. If a powerful sense of individuality is being constructed, then merging back will be a painful process. This is a place of reparation for past wrongs. Much depends on the sign and the planets in the 12th house as to whether that surrender is constructive or destructive. Sorry. Sagittarius, the unknown. I believe it's not unknown in this though. Pluto in Sagittarius. Humanity's idealism is intensifying. However, unworkable ideologies and old ways of being need to be confronted and transformed. It's no longer acceptable, and spirit are angry. Uranus, there will be rebellion. The number 9. We will rebel. and possibly have to turn our back on everything we've ever known or believed to be true to put this right. Uranus. These people believe they know better. The number 9. The public are wonderfully tolerant. It will forgive everything except genius. And they may think they're geniuses, but trust me, they aren't. The name Oscar could be important. Kim or Wild. This is a sudden bolt of surprise that causes chaos. Uranus is the great awakener. It is here to wake you up and smack you in the face. According to myth, out of chaos emerge two expressions of deities. Gaia, Mother Earth, and Uranus, Father Sky. As a higher octave of Mercury, so Gemini again, Uranus arrives to break the rules and smash the established structures. It is a planet of not only genius, but it is intuition which arrives like sudden flashes, and just like lightning, seemingly out of nowhere, Uranus is the revolutionary planet, opening up channels to the higher mind and bringing about necessary changes which can no longer be resisted. The great humanitarian Uranus is not really personal. It is a viewpoint, is one that is detached and unemotional. It symbolises the one who doesn't really need a partner, but is a friend and soulmate to everyone. Those under the influence of Uranus are objective just enough to derive reliable insight into other people's motives. These types tend to be brainy and cool, and such detachment is needed when everything is about to be turned upside down. Another very important element of Uranus is its link to technological advances and how the future is going to look and be. And if you don't like the glimpses that you're getting, it's time to do something about it. When the Uranus card comes up in a reading, there will be jolts and surprises in regards to your question or focus. After all, Uranus is the upstart planet, so if I disappear, you know why. And there won't be any smooth ride here. You can anticipate matters to turn rather eccentric, if not shocking, and not in the way that you expected. But do not look upon these manifestations as wrong for you. Instead, you must go with it and see how your life becomes transformed in ways not exactly as you predicted, but it will be better. You may feel excitable or nervous at present, especially when it comes to things that you are currently focusing on. It may seem as if everything is going too fast or forced against your will. But best approach is to entertain the possibility of what you are about to learn. You can anticipate this change to be a liberating force, offering a new course or path. Since Uranus is the planet of technology, you will find yourself having to master a new tool, a machine, a computer, or even a job involving the internet. Since Uranus is the planet of air, storms and lightning, anything having to do with flight, messages carried via the air, electrical energies will be a major part of it. Fires and flood. Phones, television sets, computers, artificial intelligence, bionics may also figure in. Your surroundings will start exhibiting electrical malfunctions. It is important to pay close attention to the wiring of your home or office. It's also important to point out the connections between Uranus and alternative forms of sexuality. In fact, in Victorian England, homosexuals and transgender people were referred to as Uranians. Therefore, you might find yourself among people with alternative viewpoints, sexuality, and sometimes people of a different class or background. All in all, this card means your life is about to be changed in big rather than small ways. Go with it and see what happens. The Tower, 16. Change, revolution, shocks, genius, technology, and alternative lifestyles. The Web Weaver, fate, your decision. You are manifesting, so keep it positive. Make your decision and stick to it. See it through to the end. 18. So, the The weavers. I can't even begin to describe how ancient the spider was that I spoke with. It was a blessing to be in her presence. Instead of seeing a spider's web inside, I saw what appeared to be a loom. Each thread on the loom of the thread of my life. I could see the past, the present, and the future on that loom. The past was on the left, where the thread created a mat. The present and the future were not yet determined, but had threads with symbols on them. The first symbol was love, a heart. Symbols that love was coming into the future. The second was a dollar sign indicating money would follow. The third was an aeroplane indicating I would travel. Whilst I stood there in awe, she cut some of the strings that didn't have these symbols, which were to be my future, but because of the decision I made, or will make, will no longer come to be. Drawing the weaver's card may indicate a time of decision making is here. What you decide now or later can and will shape your future. So always be led by what feels right and follow your intuition, which you're not doing at the minute. Fate is destined at times. We always have the ability to change the outcome if we so choose. There are many destinations in life, so it's up to us to create our own fate by choosing the right path. And even if we choose the wrong one, we will always find ourselves where we're meant to be. So it may not be the wrong path. We may choose the wrong path so many times, but this will allow us to eventually open our eyes and see the right one. The spider also represents creation and manifestation. What do you want to manifest in your life? Is it something that fits your current life, or do you need to make changes within yourself in order to draw it? You see, the web also represents entrapment, being shackled. Are you creating that web, or is someone else ready to snare what they are hoping to attract? A spider intuitively and wisely creates its web exactly in the right place to trap what it needs for survival. Instead of seeing this as something deadly, think of it as your survival skills. It prepares its web and then waits for its prey. Where can you make some preparation to achieve what you want? 26, the mandrake, I believe. The plant world exists in mythical relationships with the human world, each serving the other to heal, nourish and grow. Bear in mind it was in the reverse. From food to medicine to poisons to mind expansions, plants offer ancient green magic, the colour green again. The mandrake and the green we know is the heart. Is a symbolic of the kinship between mankind and plants, suggesting a common origin. Literally, we are one with nature. The soul is feeling uprooted. Find the place where you are most at home. Return home to who you are on this earth and stay there until you are at peace again. Ecology, nature, the environment. I am connected to all living things. How do I replenish myself? They've told you how by grounding. Put your feet on the ground. Oh my word. So number 31. Achillea melliforum, yarrow. She looks like the black moon Lilith, but we'll see what it says. Yarrow 31. Love and war, Venus and Mars, so mother energy, mother and father, water, air and earth. The Latin name Achillea mellifolium. As the herb of Venus, yarrow has traditionally been used in love and beauty spells. Growing by doorways on the edge of paths, it is said to promote fidelity for the home and family, and is used as a love charm, a potion or incense. If you use it as a love charm, it will be broken as soon as the true love emerges. Medicinally, it is associated with battle, as its Latin name refers to the warrior Achilles, who is said to use this herb to staunch bleeding from wounds. Achilles' heel, everybody has their weak spot. The feet and toes, as with Odin hanging in his tree. The teacher, physician Chiron, is the centaur, offers it to Achilles, and it was still being used on the battlefield as recently as World War I. The association with blood and the iron within the blood also gives its rulership to Mars and makes it a herb of protective and defensive magic. So protect and defend, particularly against harmful magic or unwanted enemies. Likewise, being associated with the harvest near midsummer, otherwise known as the summer solstice, 21st of June again. It can attract helpful and playful fairy beings and is used in trances and dream magic, both for protection and spirit contact. Since it heals cut skin, it is considered a beauty aid in clearing and beautifying the complexion. In China, stalks of yarrow were traditionally used for divination by the I Ching hexagram. Practice now spread across the world, though today people more commonly use coins. So that means that we have to do an I Ching. I will do it later. I'm out today again. The essence of yarrow is one of the boundaries and borders, controlling the flow, passage of forces between, like a sentinel at the gate. While in herbalism it closes the wounds of our last barrier, the skin and flesh, sealing the wound. Energetically it closes wounds we have in our energy bodies, in our aura. When someone's words strike us and cause harm in ways we characterise as being cut to the quick or stabbed in the back. There it is, for all to see, that ending that brought us to our knees. The end to pain, physical and emotional. I can't find it. There it is. It's stabbed in the back. Or when even the most well-intentioned person is sharp, such communications can break our boundaries and we lose energy, just as we lose blood with a physical wound. We need to put our boundaries up and learn to say no. Yarrow seals the aura and strengthens our shield. If our aura is too contracted, yarrow helps us find space. If we are to lose and without clear boundaries, yarrow helps us to set our limits for the appropriate distance. Now, she was in the reverse. Yarrow indicates a violation of our boundaries and needs to seal up the wound and re-establish our protective shield. If the episode is not clear in your mind, reflect on recent communications, interactions, how someone might have crossed the line or contributed to your loss of energy. There are persons or situations that you may be obsessing over, overthinking. That could be your key. Take this time to re-establish your own personal space and be careful who you let in your mind and heart. Be protected from harm and open to possibilities. So put your force fields up, people. Protect yourselves. We need it. Thanks for listening. I will be back with the I Ching later. Bye.